let's see, it's April, March. What month are we? January, February, March. Yeah, it's March 24th. I think it is, if that's a Sunday. Look at my logbook and find out. Anyway, I'm in Sinclair, Wyoming. I ran 741 miles yesterday. I wanted Elk Mountain and Sherman behind me at 9 minutes. That's all Ethel left me. It was 9 minutes last night, but I got here. Anyway, decided I've got 8 hours to run today. I want to run to Twin Falls, Idaho. Ethel says that's all I can have is 8 hours. She rules everything I do. Ethel is ruling my life. She's ruining my life. I remember the old days when I used to run 1,000, 1,200 miles a day. We had the paper logs. It doesn't work anymore. But anyway, this morning, got up early, went in, took a shower, feel great, new clean clothes, yes. Sometimes we, as truck drivers, kind of think we're around nobody, and consequently we forget to change clothes once in a while. I hate to say it, but there's nobody here. Okay? It's us. Me. And you stop and get fuel once in a while. And those who eat out. So, talk about eating out. I'm not one of those to eat out. I've been able to maintain my diet very well. This morning I have breakfast burrito. Can you see that? I got some yogurt with some peach yogurt with some peach fruit cup. I drink the juice out of it, pour it on the yogurt. Another thing, this morning I don't get enough vegetables. I know it, so I got some vegetable juice here. Another thing I do is, and I don't take these all at once, this is vitamins. I have a vitamin for my eyes. I totally, this job depends on your eyes. I mean, you couldn't do it if you didn't have good eyes. And you have to have good eyes. My whole life depends on my eyes. I have 2 calcium. I trust my health to calcium. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair when I was 20 years old. I'd had a back injury, 17 years old. And I had surgery, back doctors, 3 different ones, different people, doctors, all recommend at that time, 17 years old, that I should have my bottom vertebrae all froze together, or I would be in a wheelchair if I didn't quit doing things. Well, I almost ended up in the wheelchair, but I had a doctor that says, here, I got something for you. And he recommended, well, in fact, he not only recommended, I'd been going to him for a long time, and he'd been trying to very carefully help my back, and it was working. But one day I had froze up. I was stiff as a board. My body was just like this. I had to be helped into the back seat of the car and laid down. I got to the doctor some 45 minutes later, and I had to be helped out of the car. I was taken into the doctor's office. They laid me on a table, and literally, I'm not exaggerating, my head, my shoulders, about this much, was hanging out over the table. And the doctor says, you need to relax. I went, I am relaxed. It doesn't bend. My back won't bend. Between all the nerves and everything, it just froze on me. He helped me back up, left the room, came back in. He's, hold out your hand. I held out my hand. Literally, I'll use it this way. He filled my hand with these white tablets. Yeah, these white things. These looking things. Oops. Drop that one. Okay. And he said, I want you to take those, and he had a bottle about this tall, about this big around. He said, I want to have you to finish that by tomorrow. Are you going to try to kill me? Literally. And he says, just do what I tell you. So that's what I did. The next day I was walking. And I've been on calcium the rest of my life. Sometimes when my back stiffens up, I take more calcium. I've found that calcium will not hurt you. It'll just pass right through you if you overdose. I don't know what an overdose is, but I've taken like 12 capsules a day when my back just stiffens up. It is why I am walking today. Some 50 years later. And I've recommended this to other people, and it's happened to help them also in the same response, the same way. So anyway, back to my pills. I have a memory pill. Trust me, when you get older, memory pills work. I have a one-a-day vitamin and magnesium. I take a magnesium pill. It helps. I don't know what it helps. It just helps. Anyway, and then another thing I like to do is all my meals, this is my little table, I start out with prayer, and I always like to have the Bible out there, the scriptures to read. You notice I don't have coffee because I'm not a coffee drinker. More on the juice, water, vegetable juice side. So anyway, I'm going to shut it off right there. I'm going to say a blessing on my food and finish reading the scriptures that I actually started here just before I got up and went and took a shower and head on down the road. I wanted to get out of here about 8 o'clock, and I'm about 30 minutes from that. So about 8 o'clock I want to have this truck ready and moving westbound. That's where home is, westbound. Each and every one of you have a great day, and you're looking through the windshield. It was Steve Allen. Have a good day. See you later.